a new solution to our chapter that we are continuing till now, final accounts. Okay, so after finishing different chapters like expenditures and its types, final accounts without adjustment, recently I uploaded a video regarding final account first problem with adjustment. So as you know, what does the term adjustments mean? I have already discussed in my video. Still again, just like when you start a computer, you are refreshing it. So similarly, we are going to refresh our memory by discussing the term again. Adjustments are supposed to be relating to those items that are given outside the trial balance. Clear? Adjustments are those items that are given outside the trial balance. And anything that is given outside trial balance are called as adjustment, as I told now. And those adjustments are to be taken to any two financial statements, TWO, two financial statements, because those adjustments or those items are not at all recorded in the book of account initially. Okay, so now these are to be posted in final account, that is in your financial statement, but in any two financial statement, depending on your entries or adjustment entries, it can be more than two financial statements, but minimum two financial statements. Okay, so that the fulfillment of double entry effect or dual aspect will be done. So this is the reason adjustments are posted to two financial statements. And since we have completed the final accounts without adjustment part, you must be knowing that the items that are existing inside the trial balance are taken to one financial statement only. Okay, taken to one financial statement or posted once. Only closing stock on those chapters and also in this chapter was given outside the trial balance. I have already told you why closing stock is given as a adjustment or given outside trial balance, because this whenever the accounting year is coming to end, stock doesn't end because it is on a running process to sell to the customers. So the final amount of stock can be determined only when you completely shut down your business, unless you cannot count the particular amount of your stock at the end of an accounting year. This is the reason the closing stock is put outside the trial balance. So in that chapter also closing stock was the adjustment, and here also we are finding the major adjustment is closing stock. And on those chapter we are also having an adjustment, that is capital. But remember, capital was the item given inside trial balance, and adjustments are made like you have to add or less some items and you have to put the net amount to the outer column. So that was not a adjustment, that was just a gross calculation that you have to make to your capital account. But here adjustments means the items that are given outside the trial balance, and you have to post those items to two financial statements at least. Depending on the adjustment entry, if it involves more effects, you can transfer to more than two financial statements. Okay, so without wasting any time, we are going to solve a new problem. As you can see, I have drawn the format earlier. If you find any problem regarding this space, or if you find any problem regarding how do I explain, or how if you don't come to understand these things, okay, so you can without hesitation you can ask me. Okay, never hesitate, because if there is a doubt in your mind, it cannot be, and if it does not clear within a stipulated time period, then it will be a like poison. Okay, you can't get over it. So always be precise and clear to your videos or classes that you watch daily basis. Okay, so this is the format we have taken for solving our final account with adjustment chapter. We are taking question number 5 from your same book. Okay, today we have chosen question number 5 and it is having much of the adjustments. So I have taken this question because in the last question there were only 3 to 4 adjustments, and this question almost we are having some 7 or 8 adjustments. So please look carefully. If you have any problem regarding the voice or regarding you don't understand or what I write, then please ask, because I have already told you this area, the width of the space is much. But the thing is that since we are solving 2 to 3 financial statements, it becomes little cumbersome and tedious, okay, to present over here. So whenever you watch, do your video to the full screen mode and watch, you will get it. No issue for that. If you know the question carefully, what I am discussing, then it is very easy for you to understand what is written on your board. Okay, so please do watch the video. Okay, students, let us solve the question number 5. Okay, I will send you this question in your group. Okay, the question says here, the following is the trial balance of Messrs Kasturi Agencies as on 31st March 2009. The same bit I have taken here, see, trading in profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2009, balance sheet as on 31st March 2009. This is the way you have to present your financial statement. Okay. Then prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2009 and a balance sheet as on that date. Okay, so I told you students, when we are solving the final accounts with adjustment part, what should we do initially or at the first? The primary thing is we have to read out the adjustments. What do we do? We have to read out the adjustments. We have to point out those adjustments that these adjustments belong to which question in the items of the trial balance. So let us read first the adjustments. We will point out those adjustments belonging to items existing in the trial balance. Then we will solve. The reason is when we will be posting the items of trial balance having adjustment, we will be giving little gap and we will be keeping it into the inner column, so that after finishing the posting of all the items, we can make necessary adjustments precisely and clearly, so that it is better and understandable to everyone. Okay, so the first adjustment given is the value of closing stock on 31st March 2009 was 32,000. See, closing stock is an adjustment, but it does not relate to any of the items of the trial balance. Okay, so limit. Next, outstanding wages 500 rupees. So there must be wages like item in the trial balance. Here there is. So I don't have any pen and pencil right now. Today also I forgot to bring. So you hold a pen or pencil while marking out the adjustments in the trial balance. Okay. So wages is having adjustment. Then we are having adjustment. The third adjustment is prepaid insurance. So prepaid expenses paid before due date. Outstanding means the due date has gone and expenses are not paid. So I have given you the adjustments, how to make it and how to put in the financial statement. Again we will see how these are done. So insurance, yes, we have got insurance. Then fourth adjustment is commission received in advance. See, commission received in advance is nothing but the income received in advance. And income received in advance related to those incomes or those, especially I can say that precisely liabilities, because you have not delivered the benefit to your concerned party and you have received the return benefit in advance or before due date. That is why this thing is called as income received in advance, and it is a liability. What kind of liability, students? 50 TS liability. Okay, so commission received in advance. Let's see where commission is existing. Yes, commission is there. Then next adjustment is our allow interest on capital. So we will mark out the capital part, because always capital has an adjustment even in the without adjustment chapter, and definitely in the chapter where there is adjustment, capital is the item will be having more adjustments. Okay, so the next is sixth adjustment is depreciate building. Okay, so we are point outing the building part. Then furniture fittings. Okay, then and motor van by 10%. Okay, so three different percentages given. Building is to be depreciated by 2.5%. Furniture and fittings is to be depreciated by 10%. Motor van is depreciated by 10%. So three fixed assets are to be depreciated. You know, depreciation. Depreciation is the reduction in the value of a fixed asset due to use and passage of time. Okay, so these are the three fixed assets existing in this question, which we are going to depreciate in the proper form of adjustments. Then the next is charge interest on drawing. Okay, so let us point out the adjustment drawing. Students, since the adjustment is interest on drawing, you can definitely call it as a adjustment related to drawing. But remember, since drawing is a item that is adjusted in the capital itself, so we can say interest on drawing is also an adjustment in the capital too. Okay, because see, you are deducting the drawings part and same you will do with the interest on drawing also. So if you point out the adjustment as interest on drawing in the item of capital or drawing, no mistake for that. Okay, I hope you didn't understand this one. Okay, I think so. So see, if in adjustment interest on drawing is given, likewise interest on capital, you point out the capital. If interest on drawing is there, if you don't point out drawings also, no mistake, because interest on drawing directly or indirectly will be adjusted with the capital only, because we are not having a separate item like drawings. Okay, so no problem if you can mark out drawings or you can mark out capital, because the adjustments are done with the same item only. Then the last adjustment that is given is balance of interest due on loans is to be provided for. That means some loans are to be taken according to this adjustment. It says if there is a loan taken by a business organization and if interest is not provided, please allow that interest, because these interests are chargeable. So let us see if there is any loan or not. Yes, there is a short-term loan. The item is loan from Mr. A at the rate 12% interest. Okay, so this is a adjustment. Okay, so we have marked out our 5 to 6 adjustment in the question. Now let us start solving. And I have told you, never go like finishing one account and starting the second financial statement. Never do that. Do as the question comes here. Okay. So the first item is capital. Capital is the credit balance given as usual. So capital is taken to balance sheet and liability side. So capital is a fixed liability. Okay, so I am writing here fixed liability. Always leave sufficient space for capital because it is the major adjustment item. So capital is 1 lakh rupees. After necessary adjustments, we will put it into auto column. Then next we have buildings. Building is also having adjustment. I think yes, depreciation is to be there. So here it is fixed assets. Building is a fixed asset. So we are categorizing the assets and liabilities also. Building given is 15,000. PPT to bracket. Okay. Then drawings is given. So drawings are deducted from capital. Right here. Yes. Drawings. So drawings amount given is 18,000. Students, look the question carefully. Otherwise, you cannot understand what I am writing and what I am doing. Okay. Next item is furniture and fittings. So furniture is again having adjustments, so we will write here. See, I have left space for adjustment of the building part. Okay. Furniture and fittings. So the amount of furniture and fitting is 7,500. So I am leaving space for adjustment. Okay, kept in the inner column. Then we have motor van. Again, it is an adjustment part of fixed assets. So see, I am leaving space for furniture for the purpose of depreciation. Okay, so I am writing here motor van. Hopefully, the assets are not having more like intangible assets and fixed assets. We are not having space here. Okay, so motor van given is 25,000. Motor van is 25,000. Okay, so these are the fixed assets that we have posted. Now, the next item is loan from Mr. A. So, if I have told you that if you are taking loan, like loan from any concerned party, that is your liability. If you are giving loan to someone, like loan to concerned party, that is an asset. So, being a short-term loan, we will consider it as a current liability. Okay. So, loan from Mr. A. So, I will write here because I think we are having space problem for posting current liability and assets. Current liabilities. Loan from Mr. A. So loan is 15,000. Students, I have pointed out this item as your adjustment. Loan from Mr. A is having adjustment. So see, this adjustment is, that means you have to pay interest and you have not paid, that means outstanding. If you have taken loan and you have to pay interest and you have not paid that interest, so that is called as outstanding expenses, and outstanding expenses are put as fictitious liability. Okay, so if you want, you can adjust that interest amount here or you can write it also in the fictitious liability part. So no issue, because finally all the items are going to add up. So you can adjust your interest amount here by adding up, or you can write it under the head fictitious liability. So no issue for that. So I will write in the head fictitious liability. Okay. Then interest paid on above. Okay. So see, we have taken loan from A is 15,000. Okay. And that loan carries 12% interest. Okay, they have taken loan from Mr. A 15,000 and that loan carries 12% interest. So calculate how much you have to pay. 12% on 15,000, it comes around 1,800, 1,800. You can calculate and see 12% of 15,000 per annum is 1,800 rupees. Now he is telling the next item in the trial balance, interest paid on above. Interest paid on above means the item below this one is telling that interest paid on above. Definitely this is the interest paid for A's loan. Interest paid is 900. See, upon our calculation we are seeing that 12% of 15,000 is 1,800, but here given is 900. So remaining 900 is our adjustment. So these are called as the hidden adjustment. Okay. Again, look, I am telling you, loan taken from Mr. A is 15,000 and 12% loan carries interest. So 12% of 15,000 is 1800, and in the trial balance it is said interest paid on above is 900. That means out of 1800, 900 is sorted out or paid. Remaining 900 is outstanding. That will write in the pre-TDS liability. Okay. Then we'll write the interest amount in the profit and loss account. So I am giving sufficient gap for that to interest. It is not paid full, so I will write it in inner column to interest on loan, that is 900. It is having adjustment, so I have written in the inner column. Okay. Then sales is written on the credit side of trading account. Okay, let us see where there is returns or not. There is no returns, so sales is 1 lakh. Then purchases, again there is no returns on purchases, so we can write directly to purchases. So purchases given in the question is 75,000. Okay, then we have opening stock. Opening stock. So opening stock is 25,000. I've told you if you write without any order also it's okay, but for a presentation I'm writing stock in the beginning and then purchases because it serves as a chronological order. Okay. If there is no stock, then you can write purchases, and after that you write all your direct expenses. Okay. So after purchases we write an opening stock. Then we have establishment expenses. See, establishment expenses are nowhere related to the production or factory part. So it is definitely an indirect expenses will be taken to your profit and loss account. Okay. So indirect expenses, establishment expenses 15,000. So I am giving a little space to establishment. So establishment expenses is 15,000. Okay, establishment expenses and written expenses in short, that is 15,000. Then wages. We are having wages as the adjustment. We will keep it into inner column to wages. So wages is 2,000. Since it is having adjustment, we will keep it into inner column. Then we have insurance. So insurance is a indirect expenses, again having adjustment, we will keep it into inner column. Since this item is not having adjustment, I am writing subsequent to it. To insurance. Insurance is 1,000. Okay, so insurance amount is having adjustment, I kept it into the inner column. Okay. Then we are having commission. So see, commission is given in the credit side. So commission is given as the credit balance, means definitely it is an income. Commission being a nominal account balance, and if it shows credit balance, definitely it is an income and nowhere related to factory, so it is definitely indirect income. And indirect incomes are posted to the credit side of profit and loss account. Since we are having less items in the trading account, we can write here. Okay. By commission. Remember, we are having adjustment for the commission part. So we keep it into inner column. Commission is 7,500. Okay. Then there is sundry debtors. So there is no adjustment for the debtors here. So sundry debtors are current assets. We make a head. So sundry debtors given in the question is 28,100. Here in this question, sundry debtors and creditors are given at a time. So you can take the debit balance as the debtors and the credit balance as the creditors. Okay, so sundry creditors are given 10,000. We will write here. We are not going to make any adjustment in this part, so I can write subsequent to it. Sundry creditors. That is 10,000 given in the question. Last is bank balance. So bank balance means the cash at bank. So it is again current assets. So write here bank balance. You can write bank balance and you can also write cash at bank. Okay, so bank balance is 20,000. Okay. So we have finished posting of all the items. Now we are going to post our adjustments. Okay. So the first adjustment given is the value of closing stock on 31st March 2009 is 32,000. As you know, closing stock is taken to trading account first. It is an adjustment that will be taken to two sides or two financial statements by closing stock. So closing stock given is 32,000. And the second adjustment of the stock is current, posted to the current assets. Stock, you can write closing stock also, no issue for that. I am writing the date, stock 31st March 2009. So you identify that it is a closing stock. 32,000. Okay. So the first adjustment over. Second adjustment is telling about the wages. So wages is outstanding wages. So see, if an expenses is not paid even after the due date is gone, that means the expenses are required to be added. As you know, in the adjustments, outstanding expenses are added to the respective expenses and then again posted to 50 days liability in the balance sheet. So we will add to wages. I am writing here add outstanding wages. So wages outstanding is 500. So it goes to outer column as 2,500. So the second treatment of outstanding wages is in the 50 days liability. So current liability is over. So I am writing here 50 years liability. Outstanding wages. Okay. So wages is also done. Adjustments, two effects. Always remember, when you are going to post adjustments, always keep in mind whether you are doing the double entry effect or the dual effect or not. Means posting to any two financial statement or three. Closing stock posted to two statements and wages also posted to two statements. Okay. So the next adjustment is prepaid insurance. Prepaid expenses means the expenses that are paid before due date. So in the current year, it reduces your actual expenses. So it will be deducted from the expenses. So we will be making adjustment here less. Since outstanding is added, the opposite is prepaid, it will be deducted. Less prepaid. Sometimes prepaid is also called as unexpired. So never get confused with that word. Prepaid insurance is also called as unexpired insurance. This is 300 rupees. So 1000 minus 300 is 700. Okay. So then we have to post this insurance in the another financial statement. Since the outstanding is 50 days liability, prepaid insurance will be 50 days asset. Okay. So there is no other current asset. We will be writing here 50 days asset. As you know, 50 days asset means or 50 days liability means those assets and liabilities that do not have any physical form. Okay. That may take exact balance will appear in the coming years. Okay. So prepaid insurance. That is 300 rupees. Okay. So we have posted prepaid insurance to two financial statements. Then we will see commission received in advance. So income received in advance is treated like, see, since it is received before due date, it is 50 days liability. So same treatment will like 50 days liability. Since you have received it before due date, you have to deduct it from the respective income. So I will be deducting here less advance. So advance given as commission received in advance is 800 rupees. So when you deduct 800 is 6,700. Okay. So 750. Yes, so when you deduct 7,500 with 800, you get 6,700. Okay. The second treatment of commission received in advance is 50 days liability. Okay. You write here commission received advance. that is 800. So 2 posting is done for commission received in advance. Next is allow interest on capital 10%, and as you know, interest on capital is calculated on the opening balance of capital. So the opening balance of capital is 1 lakh, 10% will be 10,000. Add interest on capital 10% means 10,000. Okay, the second treatment of interest on capital is it is an indirect expenses, no value related to production work. We will be writing in the debit side of profit and loss account to interest on capital 10,000. Okay, then we are having so 2 adjustments done for interest on capital. Okay, always look for the adjustment that whether they are done 2 effects or not. Then we are having depreciation. So depreciate building by 2.5%. So we have to depreciate 3 assets. So at a time we will take the depreciate amount to profit and loss account. Okay, but here we will be subtracting 1 by 1. So building is depreciated for 2.5%. So right here, right, depreciation. So 2.5% of 15,000 is, you can calculate here, 2.5% of 15,000. That comes 25 by 1,000 into 15,000. Okay. So here it comes 15 by 7, 15 to 30, 375. Okay. So the amount comes 375. Since I have removed the decimal, I have added extra 0. So 3030 cut out, 25 into 15 is 375. Okay. Yes, correct. So we are going to reduce this 375. So we will be getting 2, 5, then here 9, 3, 6, 14,625. Okay. The amount we are getting is 14,625. Let us cross check whether we are getting 15,000 or not by adding of these two. 10, 1, 2, 3, 7, 10, 4, 6, 10. Yes. So when you subtract 2.5% depreciation from 15,000, that is 375, you get 14,625. Okay. So the next depreciation amount is furniture and fittings by 10%. So here you have to subtract 10%. 10% means it comes 750. Okay. So subtract 750 from 7,500. You get 6750. Okay. So let us check whether we are getting or not. 10, 1, 7, 14, 15, 1, 6, 7. Yes. 7,500 minus 750 is 6,750. Always cross check whether you are correct or not. Always cross check whether you are getting the correct answer or not, because it is very calculative part in the chapter, adjustment part. Okay. So we will be putting depreciation at a time after totaling up. Then the last fixed asset to be depreciated is motor van, again by 10%. So less depreciation. 10% of 25,000 is 2,500. So if we deduct 2,500 to it, we get 22,500. Okay. So if you want, you can recheck. Then we are having. Okay, let us post first the depreciation amount in the profit and loss account. Okay. So we write here to depreciation. We will add all the depreciation amount here in the bracket. 375 plus 750 plus 2,500. Okay. So we are getting, how much we are getting? Let us see. Lack of space, I am making adjustments here or calculations here. So I hope it don't bother you. So we are adding here 2,500, 375, then we are getting 750. So the total comes here is 5, 7, 12, 1, 3, 4, 5, 9, 16, 1, 2, 3. So 5, 7, 12, 1, 3, 4, 11, 5, 16, 1, 2, 3. So the amount we are getting, the total depreciation of the 3 fixed assets is 3625. 3625. Okay. Now we will erase this because we are going to have adjustment in the capital again. So we have finished till depreciation. Then next adjustment is charge interest on drawings. So interest on drawings is an adjustment that is to be added to drawings. But since we are deducting the drawings from capital, I will deduct the interest in drawing as well. Okay. So less interest on drawings. So interest on drawings is given as 500. Okay. Due to lack of space, I am writing shortly. I hope you considered it. Okay. So interest on drawing given is 500. Okay. So next, interest on drawing since being an income, we will be writing here by interest on drawings. Then next given is balance of interest due on loans is to be provided for. As I told you, see the interest taken, the loan taken from Mr. A is 15,000, and he has said that the balance of interest is not provided. So 12% of 15,000 is 1800. You can calculate or check also. So the amount is coming is 1,800, but we have already paid 900. So remaining 900 is outstanding. So we will write here add outstanding 900. So the outer column it comes 1,800, and here also we will write outstanding interest on loan, that is 900. Okay. So all the adjustments are done. See, we have made all the postings and we have checked that also the adjustments that are given in the question we have posted twice. Let us check again. Okay. The first adjustment is closing stock. See, we have posted two financial statement. Then is outstanding wages. So see, outstanding wages, also two financial statements. Then prepaid insurance. Insurance is here deducted. Then again written in 50 days asset. Then allow interest on capital. So interest on capital written here and also as the indirect expenses. Then we have commission received in advance, deducted from commission and written in the 50 days liability. Then we have depreciation. So depreciation is done for 3 fixed assets, and at a time we have added up and written in the indirect expenses and debit side of profit and loss account, that is 3,625. Then charge interest on drawings. Interest on drawing is deducted from here, like drawings are deducted from capital and written on the indirect income as credit side of profit and loss account. Then balance of interest due on loans. So we have calculated the interest, it comes to 1800, 900 is already paid, so remaining 900 is adjustment, that is outstanding, we have added, and remaining 900 interest on loan is taken as 50 days liability. Okay, so let us now solve and close each financial statement one by one. Okay, now let us close each of the financial statement and let us check whether the answer given in the question is coming or not. Being a bulk question, we have to check whether it is correct or not, and we have to make the totals and calculations very precisely. Okay. So first we are going to close our trading account. So we have left space for profit or loss. So as per the items seen here, the credit side seems more than the debit side. See, again, if you want, you can check. Total of credit side is 1,32,000 and the debit side is 1,02,000. So we are getting more income than the expenses. So definitely we are having profit. So this is 1,32,000. Okay. So we'll put on both the sides. We'll write here to gross profit carried down. So let us check how much profit we are getting. This is 25,000, then 75,000, it is 1 lakh, 1,02,500. So the total of the debit side is 1,02,500. Okay, so let us check whether we are getting the amount correct or not. Okay, so this is 500, then 1, 11, 2, 11, 2, 9, then it is 12. So So 29,500. We are getting profit as 29,500. Yes, we have got the correct answer. So see, the debit side of the trading income comes 1,02,500. The credit side is 1,32,000. As matching concept says, the highest total is put on both the sides, and we are doing it from long time. You must be knowing that. So after subtracting the total of the debit side, we are getting 29,500, and this is the correct answer given in the question. Okay, in the answer part. Then we will be brought forward the profit part, the profit and loss account. So already I have left space here by gross profit brought down, that is 29,500. Okay, and then we will total here. Okay, according as we can see here, we are getting more in the credit side than that of the debit side. See, it is almost 35,000, 36,000, and here total does not exceed 30,000. So again here we are getting more income than that of the expenses. So we can say that the indirect income is more than indirect expenses. So definitely we are having profit here also. Let us check whether we are getting the answer or not. So the total here comes is, this is 30,000, 36,700. So the total in the credit side is 36,700. See, 500 added to this, it comes 30,000. Then added to 6,700 is 36,700. Now let us check whether we are getting the net profit or not. We will write here to net profit transferred to balance sheet. Okay. So everything sort transfer. So the total of the credit side is 36,700. Since it is the highest total, we have put on both the sides. Then we will add up the debit side of the profit and loss account. Let's see how much it comes. 10,000, 15,000, 25,000, 25,000 plus 1,800, then 700, then 3,625. Okay. So see, 10,000 plus 15,000, I take 25,000, then 1,800, then 700, then 3,625. Let us check how much it comes. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, 6, 621. 7, 8, 15, 621. 2, 1, 3, 3, 6, 5, 11, 1, 2, 3, 5, 2, 8, 7, 15, 621, 6, 7, 3, 7, 8, 15, 621, 1, 5, 6, 7, 3, so it comes 7. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 30,125. The debit total of the profit and loss account is 30,125, as you can see, and the highest amount in the credit side that exists is 36,700. So definitely we can say that we are having profit. Now the thing is, you have to check whether we are getting the correct profit amount or not. Okay, so we will subtract this amount. So 10, 5, 5. Then this is 9, 2, 7. I am writing here, then I will write here properly. Then we have 9 to 7. This is 6, 1, 5. Then this is 6,575. The answer comes 6,575. Okay, but here is 5,000. So 10, 5, 5, 9, 2, 7, 7, 9, 2, 7, 6, 1, 5. Then, okay, so the answer comes here 5. I have calculated wrongly. 5,575. So this is the correct answer. This total is the 31,000 only. Okay, the net profit given in the question is 5,575, and see, we have got the correct answer 5,575, and we have not left any adjustment, I think. Okay, now finally we will be taking the net profit to our capital adjustment. So as you know, the net profit is added to capital. Net profit brought forward. Okay, so the net profit is 5,575. Now we will be adjusting the capital amount. Okay, so let us see how much it comes. 1 lakh is your capital. Then you have to subtract 18,000 to it. Then you get 82,000. Then you have to add 10,000 to it. Then you get 92,000. Then you have to subtract 500 to it. So you get 91,500. Then you have to add again 5,575. So you get 7, 5, 5, 5, 10, 1, 2, 5, 7, 97,075. So the adjusted capital amount is 97,075. See, as it is given here, I have subtracted 18,000, I got 82,000, added 10,000, got 92,000, and subtracted 500, got 91,500, then added the net profit that we calculated in the subtraction of net income minus net expenses is 5,575, then added to 91,500, it comes 97,075. Okay. So we will be writing the net capital amount in the outer column now, as we have made a proper calculation to it. If you have any problem, so you can again make calculation, but try avoid using calculator because it reduces your calculation or ability. Okay, skills and abilities. So use your manual calculation only. So the amount comes 97,075, and as we are seeing, there is no any other item left in the question that we are required to be posted. So we have posted all the items. The gross profit calculated is correct according to the question. The net profit that is calculated is again correct according to the question. Now let us check whether we are getting the correct total of the balance sheet or not. Okay, if it comes wrong, then all level goes to water. Okay. So let us check whether we are getting the correct answer or not. So here it is 5. 7, then here 8, 16, 17, 22, 2, 10, 12, 15, 27, added to 97 is 107, then 117, then 117, 124. So we are getting the total as 124,275. Let us check whether we are getting or not. Yes, we are getting the correct answer. The total of the liability side is correct, 1,24,275, and we are also getting the same total in the balance sheet according to the answer part of the question. Let us see whether the asset side is coming correct or not. Okay. So here it is 5. Then 6, 2, 5, 7. Okay. Then 3, 1, 4, 5, 9, 6, 15, 7, 22. 22, 2, 4, 8, 12, 20, 26, 30. 6, 7, 13, 5, 18, 19, 3, 22, 2, 4, 4, 8, 12, 2, 14, 6, 20, 24. Okay. 2, 3, 5, 2, 7, 2, 9, 2, 11, 22. Correct. So we are getting correct total also in the asset side. Okay. So we have got the answer correct. So all the posting of our liabilities and assets, incomes, expenses are posted correct. So we are getting the correct answer. It is 1,24,275. Like was I have written like this. If you want, you can check again and again, and you can see whether the amount is coming or not. Okay. So when we are solving questions of final account with adjustments, it becomes very difficult and also complicated, because the process to solve this is very precious. Okay. You have to read out the adjustments first, then you have to mark out the adjustments that are existing in your trial balance, then you have to solve all the trial balance question or postings, then you have to keep the adjustments part in the inner column for the further use. Then we are going to post the adjustments. Then those adjustments, you have to see that whether they are taken to two financial statements or not. If you don't take the adjustments to two financial statements, you won't get the correct answer like gross profit, net profit, or the balance sheet total. So here, hopefully we got the correct answer. Not hopefully, we have got the answer as we can see in the question. So the gross profit, net profit and the balance sheet total is correct, and you have a larger space in your note. So write it properly, and again if you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask me without any hesitation. Please watch the video carefully. See the question carefully. I will send you this question. Okay, so watch this question carefully, then only watch the video so that you can understand it better. Okay, thank you.